Hello and good afternoon, everyone. This is Desmond O'Neill from O'Neill Photography, and we are here with another tutorial video for you. All right, so today I am going to be taking you through our operating system. This is what we use, our daily driver, and we're going to be talking a bit about that, and also we're going to carry you through how easy it is to install a program, and we're going to do all that right after this. Yes, so welcome back. This is Desmond O'Neill from O'Neill Photography, and as I said, we are here with another tutorial. Okay, so we are introducing you to our desktop. A lot of people have been asking us what sort of operating system you use, how does it look so clean and fluid. Well, let me just let you know, I'm going to just let the cat out of the bag one time. I do not use Windows, and this is not Mac either. All right, this is a distro of Ubuntu called Zorin OS. I am using Zorin OS 17. All right, and this is how it looks. It uses the Wayland Windows Manager, and my computer is very much updated. I'm going to carry you through this a little neo fetch so that you can see what we are working with. So there's a little um, neo fetch here, and there you have it. It's Zorin OS 17.1. I am working out of the 6.5.0-25 kernel. All right. I also am using GNOME 43.9. All right, and of course I have one of those AMD chips. It's an APU. It's the ones just before the new Ryzen Threadrippers. So I have the APU, the A107860K, which actually has 12 cores, which is 8 graphic cores and 4 computing cores. I also have 16 gigabytes of memory. All right, and so this, if I go to use an HTOP, I'll just let you know quickly. HTOP. Right, so there we are. So there you see the 4 graphic cores operating magnificently. All right, and yeah, in computer language they start from 0. So you have 0, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 computing cores. All right, and barely anything, no heavy lifting here at all. The computer just wants to know what's going on. All right, I am only using 1.75 gigs out of 14 gigabytes. It is using 2 of the gigabytes in order to swap. All right, so in all it's 16, and there you can see, although I am running just OBS Studio. All right, yeah, no problems there at all. So yes, this is Zorin OS, and I'll just take you through a quick. I always like to use the IntelliHide dash, or the a notification panel. All right, it's also called a dash. So I have all of my regular apps that I use that are pinned down at the bottom. There you see OBS Studio running, which I'm doing the recording with. I have the terminal, which you saw me use just a little bit just now. All right, I have Firefox browser, Kodi, I have Google, and here is the software store. And I'm just going to bring the software stuff up quickly there for you. And as you see, quick and easy, it's up at the crack of dawn, ready to give you whatever you need. All right, and yeah, so this is Zorin OS. I love it because when I install this software on my system, this operating system on my computer system, it just works out of the box. No tweaking, no doing anything. It just works. It just works, my friends. It just works. All right, so Just a little bit in terms of graphics. It has LibreOffice Draw. All right. Internet wise, there's Brave browser, Firefox browser, Google Chrome. I use Google Chrome more than I use all the others. There's Transmission, which is a BitTorrent client that is used. I have the full um, LibreOffice suite, and just to let you know, Libre is free and open source, very much similar to Microsoft Word, and you can get every single thing done on in LibreOffice or on LibreOffice as you would Microsoft Word. All right, and it's free and open source, so you don't have to worry about paying yearly subscription fees. All right. In the terms of song and audio, I have OBS Studio running that I'm doing this recording with. All right. There's Kodi, of course. There's Double Zero, which is a file writing application. So if you're into burning CDs and so on, hardly anybody use CDs. There's also Shortcut. I can bring Shortcut up for you just very quickly. Shortcut is just one of those programs that you can use to do all of your video editing. All right, and here it is up and ready to go to do your bidding. All right, it says you may choose to wait for Shortcut. Well, let's wait a little bit. Of course, computer probably now recognizing that it's getting to do some heavy lifting as we are multitasking there a bit. All right, there we have some system tools in here. Right, you have the software updater, and just quickly put that up there. It's immediately checking for updates. All right, and we can always minimize that and let that run at the bottom while we check out some other things. All right, we have all of the other things here that you can use. You have the archive manager, calculator, disk usage analyzer. So it analyzes your disk. All right, I have two disks here. One that I'm using my main disk here, which is 120 gigabytes, and that is an SSD, a SSD actually. Right, so that's why my system moves at lightning speed. I also have a mechanical disk of 500 gigabytes that I have all of my movies and television shows and so on. All right, that I have right there. All right, so yeah, it's very easy. I have some updates, but I won't install them now. I can ask it to remind me of that later, and I can come out of that there. All right, so that, yeah, that's easy. Zorin OS is quite easy, and for those of you that are wondering if to switch over to Linux or not, Linux is quite an easy program, an easy operating system to use. Coming over from Windows, I did not have any problems at all assimilating or understanding how it flows. Once you are on computers, you absolutely will not have any problem running any of the Linux distros. I think most of the issues come in when you have to install the operating system in the first place, and also as it pertains to getting programs that you want to use with your operating system. And as it pertains to Linux, I think it is quite easy when it comes to that, because unlike Microsoft Windows, that now decides to have a sort of a Play Store, all right, you have in Linux already built in a software suite, all right, a Play Store as it will, and immediately it tells you that you have updates available. All right, so I have a Firefox update that is available, and I can choose to update that in the meantime. And just to show you that anything that comes into a Linux system, it asks you to authenticate it. So you hardly have that incidents where programs are just installing themselves and making your operating system very laggy. So I put in my super secret passcode and I authenticate, and it will begin to install there for me. All right, Here you can see the programs that I already have installed on my system, and I can also explore different programs that I would like to have installed. So today we're gonna go through a very small install. It's a program that I've used all the time, but it did not come with this operating system built in, and that is GIMP, which is the new image manipulation program. I use that right all of the time for my photo processing, my astrophoto processing, my regular photo processing, and all of that. And just by putting what I want into the search bar, all right, it immediately brings up the GIMP manipulation program there for me. I just have to click on it, and immediately it is ready to install. So you don't always have to use the terminal. Of course, I can also use the terminal to install the software. I don't know why my neighbor's dogs are barking vociferously in the background. My humble apologies for that. All right. But yeah, I don't have to use the terminal to install. I don't have to go through and use my super user sudo apt install. I can just go to the software store and click install, and it will do all of that for me. I have no problems with that at all. So it's preparing to get it installed, and just like that, it has already reached 45% in terms of installing. All right, and I can let that install and go back. All right, in terms of searching for just what I want to use. So for instance, you have the creativity section. I can click create, all right, and it will begin to get together all of the programs and so on in that creativity suite section. All right, it's gonna take a little while depending on your internet connection. My internet connection here is just a little bit laggy. All right, it's just a little bit laggy. So using the power of editing, I'm going to show you very quickly how fast it is to just install a program. All right, so here we are, and in the creativity section there are just some programs that you, whether you know about them or not, all right, you can have an idea of what it does. For instance, Krita, you can click that, and it's going to load the app details there for you. All right, and while it's loading the app details there for you, you're going to learn in terms of what Krita actually is. I don't know why my neighbor's dogs are barking. I hope they're not wondering, barking after me. All right, because I'm in my own studio here. All right, so this is what Krita is, and it says that it's a digital painting and creative freedom application. It is perfect for sketching and painting, and presents an end-to-end solution for creating digital painting files from scratch by masters such as your goodly self. And it tells you how much disk space that you will need, just about 179 megabytes. The permissions, can read, write, and where it goes, it's desktop only. If there's an age rating and all of that, and these are very useful information for any person new to the Linux ecosystem, and in terms of the different softwares and so on. And you also have screenshots that you can just go and have a look at here. All right, and so it is quite easy, my friends. There are some other apps that you can use here to download, and you just have to click on them, and it will tell you what it's used for and all of that. So I am going to end this video here for a little bit. This was just a very quick run around in terms of my operating system, and yes, I did not forget that we were actually, all right, we are actually installing the GIMP program, and as we check through here, you would see that GIMP is already installed. So I can come out of the software suite, I can go to start and I can go to the graphics section, and there you see GIMP is in there, and I just have to give a one click and GIMP will begin to initialize GIMP 2.10 or 2.10, and it is initializing. Great, and it tells me that the program is ready to be used, and it starts in a minimum format, all right, because it is saying probably I want to just see what I am doing. I can also maximize it, and that was quite easy. I just clicked it up, right? Quite easy. One click of my mouse, carry it to the top, and it opens right out. If I want to minimize it, I can bring it here. If I am doing something and I want to take it completely off the screen until I am ready, I go right there. And you might be saying, but where did the programs go? How do I get back? Very easy. As I said, I have a dash or a notification panel, which however you want to call it, that I have minimized. So let's bringing my mouse down to the bottom will begin to, right, there we are. It comes to the top and I click it, and there is my GIMP program and already there to be used. So while it's there though, I like to keep all of the programs that I use readily available, so I don't have to go into the search menu or go into the section here or anything like that. All I do is right click and I can pin this program to my dash, and there it has been pinned to the dash. So if I come completely out of the program, if I need to use it again, I do not need to go to the startup section of Zorin and then go looking for it. Now of course I can go to the search section and type it, and it will tell me, all right, GIMP is there. But you don't even have to do all of that with my neat dash already ready labeled with it. All right, it's already there. I just have to click down and it's ready to go, quick and easy. Isn't that great? All right, and just as I said, I was closing off this tutorial. It's very easy. A lot of people are saying, well, hardly anybody uses Linux anyway. Why? And the reason for that is as simple as economics. Most computers these days are being sold with Windows pre-installed on it. And of course, if you talk to anybody who's accustomed using software, any sort of Windows software, they will tell you that first of all, that it is very laggy because it comes with a lot of bloatware and all of that. Linux does not contain any bloatware. There are basic programs that you would need to use, all right, but it doesn't come with any bloatware on your Linux. And in any case, you can, depending on the distro or the distribution that you want installed, you can simply decide to put in what you want. So if you're an artist, if you're a photographer like myself, you can start by putting in all of the photography apps like GIMP, Raw Therapy, and so on that you would need to do your photo editing and so on with. If you're into video, yeah, you can start with either OpenBox or the other one, InShot, or any of those, all right. DaVinci Resolve, you can put those in as the case may be, all right. So yeah, Linux is quite fast, and as you can see, it uses minimal resources, so it's very quick to use, right? Very quick to use, my friends. I use Google Chrome. People will stone me here for doing that, but it's very easy. And with Google Chrome, all you have to do is to, I have all my logins already there. I click, and there we are with the things that you use quickly. Isn't that great? That's fantastic. All right. And I like a very clean, minimal desktop. All right. And lastly, Microsoft has decided that computers that are 10 years and older, it will no longer support. So if you have a computer system that is 10 years and older, it will no longer support those older systems. Only brand new. And who has money in these days with high inflation to have a brand new computer? Most technicians are actually telling you to buy an old computer and modify it by changing the optical drive to an SSD, upgrading the RAM, all right, upgrading the graphics card, and you will have a good operating system. All right, but your problem will be is that if you are using Windows, you would not be able to get support for it. Well, Linux is a good alternative for you, and a simple program like Zorin OS is one that is going to be right in your alley. All right, because I built this system myself. All right, and I built this system myself, and it has been a little over, I don't know if it's 10 years as yet, but as I said, I'm using an APU, the AMD A10 7860, which I don't think it's 10 years as yet, all right, with 12 computing cores, 4 computing cores, 8 graphics cores, all right, and my system runs really, really well. It's a 64-bit using the Wayland Windows system and has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2 gigabytes in place in terms of for swapping, and 14 gigabytes that we can use. All right, and I am telling you, this thing runs like a thief with his pants on fire. Yeah. All right, so that's just it in terms of my little tutorial here on, or early tutorial is more of showing you the desktop, what I use, and how easy it is to install a program using Zorin OS or any other Linux program. If you like this tutorial and you found it was of benefit to you, please like and subscribe to O'Neill Photography. Like and subscribe to the channel. Click the little notification bell so that you will be able to see or be notified whenever we have any new videos uploaded. So until then, keep doing great things. That's what I always say. Keep doing great things. This is Desmond O'Neill. Thanks for viewing. Have a great day, everyone.